Over the past 34 years here at WISN 12, he has covered the biggest stories in Wisconsin. And now our very own Kent Wainscott is heading into retirement.
And tonight we're celebrating his career and his commitment to covering Wisconsin politics. Here's Matt Smith with that part of Kent's story.
When it was all over and done today, it really didn't matter what the president had to say.
For as long as many can remember,
It prompted this legislation. This is known as House Bill 428.
Kent Wainscott has reported history's first draft
Just about everyone here hoping that the president would make an unscheduled stop.
of the most consequential political moments of our lifetime.
At the state capitol, Kent Wainscott.
A majority, more than 3 decades, right here at WISN 12.
And, if you think your vote doesn't count, don't tell that to the people who live in South Milwaukee.
But don't ask me,
Congratulations, Kent. 42 years.
just ask those
Hey, Kent, Scott Walker here.
Oh, Kent, congratulations.
he's covered. Democrats
Kent, congratulations on your retirement.
Happy congratulations on a retirement for Kent Wainscott.
and Republicans alike.
Kent Wainscott, former Speaker Paul Ryan here.
Kent covered me for 30-some years.
A testament of trust. A 12 News election night staple.
I'm with Chairman of the Republican Party, Reince Priebus. And Reince, as you watch these numbers come in, what are you looking at specifically?
Following Wisconsin's presidential hopefuls.
12 News' Kent Wainscott is the only local reporter traveling with Thompson.
We talked about the details of his plan today during a bumpy bus ride on an Iowa back road.
And what I want to do is I want to put $100 million out. He's an individual that cares, he's honest, he's truthful, he's careful, and he gets the story correctly. I don't think there's a better way to talk about a reporter than one like our good friend Kent, who does the job with a diligence, a professionalism, and a way that people really want to hear their news. He's sort of old-fashioned in a way, but an old-fashioned in a good way.
Again?
When we asked about the reason for his early popularity in this state, what will we see from you that we're not already seeing?
Well, right now, you always ask me tough questions, whether it was as a member of the state legislature, county executive, or then as governor. But even though they were tough, they were always fair, and you gave me the time to answer. That's why we always kept coming back anytime you asked for an interview, and often actually suggested other people, both in Wisconsin and across the country, talk to you when they were in Wisconsin.
From presidential hopefuls to presidents in the White House.
It's been very controversial. We've had all the protests. But in doing so, the governor and his supporters say, look, we're balancing a budget, we're paying down our debt, we're creating jobs, and we're doing it without raising taxes. Mr. President, thank you very much for the time. Appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you so much. You bet. Thank you.
By reaching out to us and our 12 News viewers, the president may be signaling just how important he considers Wisconsin. Do you believe systemic racism is a problem in this country?
Well, you just keep getting back to the opposite subject.
A politician couldn't evade Kent Wainscott.
The House Budget Chairman did stop and talk with us very briefly today, and he declined to comment at all on the VP speculation.
Not only did you break great stories, not only were you an excellent journalist, you're also a very good person, and that just shines through. You were always fair, you were always truthful, and you gave so many Wisconsin families the information they needed to make their lives better.
From now U.S. ambassadors.
Smart, hardworking, and most of all, fair. You've been a tremendous asset to our community.
To senators and members of Congress.
I want to thank you personally for your decades of service, keeping the people of Wisconsin well informed.
I mean, a Peabody Award, 9 Emmys, so many other awards. Kent, I hope that you'll never stop being a great journalist and recording everything that you're going to do in retirement and sharing that with us too.
Mayors and dignitaries alike. A final dispatch now just hours away. Not goodbye, but see you around.
And I'm thrilled to be able to wish him a happy and healthy retirement, and we're looking forward to continuing to see Kent around Milwaukee for many years to come. Thanks so much, Kent. Back to you.
Your heart has to be so full when you hear politicians across the spectrum all say what they did about your fairness.
I really appreciate their kind words. And again, these are people who you know, we've covered for decades. Tommy Thompson saying that I covered it for 30 years and I'm old-fashioned, right? But it's true. You know, we've followed their careers as much as you know, they've aligned with our careers. You guys have covered politics in this state as well. You know how challenging and interesting it can be, right?
Absolutely. You know, they talk about capital J for journalism, and I think that's what he meant by old-fashioned in a good way.
Well, I appreciate that.
And you've interviewed presidents, governors, members of Congress, mayors. Is there anyone you didn't interview that you wanted to interview as you think back at your career? Any politician?
You know, I mean, I have had the opportunity to interview a number of presidents, whether sitting presidents or when they were campaigning, you know, before, during, or after their presidency. I covered Ronald Reagan. Never got the opportunity to interview him one-on-one. I think I would have liked that opportunity. Boy, I don't know. You know, well, I try not to think about the ones that got away.
Right. Your Rolodex is very full.
Yeah.
That's another old-fashioned.
Yeah, it is an old-fashioned thing. I've gone
too.
through that as well recently.
Thank you, Ken.
Sure,
for
you
everything.
bet. Thank you.